Okay, straight into the movie world now. The new title, The Delectable Aziza Sama, a short film about domestic violence, premiered in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria. The film once again rekindles the conversation around gender-based violence as many more creators join the campaign against the barbaric act.
Before it literally rained, movie lovers, cast and crew present for the open-air premiere of the short film The Delectable Aziza Sama. It was a warm evening with young industry practitioners and well-wishers in fashionable casual outfits, seated, waiting for the screening.
My favorite adjective for this evening will just be delectable.
Series of performances take place before the screening, including a spoken word rendition that left the bubbly audience moved, and a panel discussion about violence against women with reality TV star Antoleki and indie filmmaker Goodness Emmanuel.
You can tell a story that will still entertain and still tackle the issue that you're talking about. We just have to avoid gratuitous storytelling. You know, sometimes people want to exploit the situation for entertainment purposes, you know. So yes, we're talking about abuse, or we're talking about violence, or we're talking about, you know, whatever. There's a fine line, you know, where you can, it's a lot, it might be hard, you might not make money, but I think that it's possible.
The most realistic way forward is to have more media outlets trying to speak positively. There's always going to be the drama outlets. They're not going anywhere. Let's not try and think, oh, we're going to change people's minds. No, people like rubbish. It is what it is.
The Deputy Consul General for Netherlands in Lagos, Leonie van der Steel, gives a broad view on the violence faced by women in different parts of the world and how the societal approach to the victims is not far apart.
In the Netherlands, just to compare to Nigeria then as well, domestic violence is still a huge issue as well. The trends are the same. Violence goes unreported. Every 8 days, a woman in the Netherlands is murdered because she is a woman. Usually by a partner or an ex-partner. And there's a pattern of hatred towards female politicians, gender trolling on the internet. Something that also goes on without reporting. It just sits there online. It hits women hardest.
The short film, The Delectable Aziza Sama, is centered on gender-based abuse and how it is harder to speak up in the spotlight.
Remain an overcomer. Woman.
Let's give it up for them! Woo!
While taking a bow, the lead actor, Isoken Aruede, who portrayed the character of Aziza Sama, expressed what it took for her to get into character.
All I did really was put myself into the mind of this person who is different people to different people, and then I brought it to life.
Given the intensity of most characters portrayed in the story, the cast and crew share how much work they had to put into the creative process.
I was hoping that when people watch the film, they leave feeling something different. Like, I didn't want it to be a situation where they watch and it's like, all right, move. I wanted everybody that left here watching theaters feeling different and feeling a certain level of change in themselves.
Shun domestic abuse, shun it. Everybody needs to speak up. Regardless of who they are, they need to speak up.
I was able to connect with his consciousness, with his conscience, you know, like with his humanity. And, you know, like, I was scared at first because when I read the script to the end and I saw that my character had to drown someone, I was like, oh, how am I going to do this? But with, you know, some preparations and the help of the directors as well and my co-actress, we were able to pull it off.
The first thing I always do when I get assigned to a character is a character breakdown. So whether they're lines or not, as long as there's a character, there's a story to be told about the character. So for Melody, I had to hinge a lot of my experiences on Aziza Sama because she's the, you know.
As the last conversations on gender-based violence continues with filmmakers lending their platforms, the hope is for survivors and victims to speak up before it is too late for justice to prevail.
So what were you trying to do there?